credits. Yeah. Hmm. All right. All right. Let me see. Do I want to take off my headphones? Let me hear the music a bit, actually. Is it just this little vocal harmony going? I mean, it sounds nice. It's just... Okay. I'm assuming that's it. So I'm going to take off my headphones so I'm not talking like too loud. Okay. Like I said, I do think it's just burnout. I burn out like really fast on the same game. You know, if it's not... I don't know. So like a while ago, I made my little cousin play Infamous, and like he loved it. Like he was like, obviously he's kind of used to his first-person shooters, like all children play. not calling the older people children, but you know what I mean. Like it's a good easy starting point. First-person shooters, very intuitive. So I got him playing Infamous, and like he was having fun. He got into it. He got pretty solid at it. Like watching him fight the last boss, I was like, you know what, this was pretty cool watching you play, man. You got it. And then like the second Infamous 2, like I was, because like he was happy to finish the first one, but like when I got like Infamous 2, he didn't feel so much as like, ooh, the next one improvement. Just Will Smith. I guess it's just nerdy, that's fine. But yeah, he was kind of like, again, you know what I mean? So I don't want to compare myself to that. I don't know, but like that definitely played a part. It was me going like, again, another Asylum game, and more of the square triangle shindig. I do think I enjoyed the first one more, and I know the second one's like a better game. You know what I mean? In like a lot of fronts. I do think it's probably smoother. I can't really remember how the first one felt per se, except I just liked it more. And I do think it's because it was smaller. And granted, this is a pretty short game. Like if you're not doing the extra stuff, that was actually really short, and that's good. I'm glad. Like I think it's why I don't hate the game. I didn't like love it. I probably didn't like it too much, but I definitely like. It's got moments. It's got some good moments. It was definitely padded by the end though. Like I was hacking like 3-4 things, and they were they were dragged out. I'm actually surprised that the last combat section wasn't crazy. Like I like the variation of it where there's just not a lot of internal places you can go because Hugo Strange will just see you. But other than that, there was only like 5 dudes. You know, it was actually really small. I did dig the first part of that Clayface match. I thought that was really cool, even though I wasn't doing very well. But like, I don't know. I think it's just that ball thing he did. The fact that Clayface was actually just super transforming into things, and then like, I do think that ducking came out of nowhere. Maybe I just been missing it, but were there any attacks that you had to duck? That was the only time, and it's kind of hard to see, like, you know what I mean, like a high attack. So I just assume my hitbox is everywhere. But again, I got thrown off because like Batman can really crouch. You know what I mean? I don't even know. Will I do a long one? I'll rant for a bit. Maybe I'll rant through the credits. Yeah, and then maybe just split this in two. But sorry guys, it's like the morning, so I can feel like myself either about to like cough or spit or excuse me. Oh yay. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. I think the story is solid enough. I like that Hugo was like working for Rise Al Ghul. It was a whole side thing though, right? Because like Joker is not doing any of that, right? That's not him whatsoever. I don't think so. He's kind of working, but like he's doing his own thing. I think that's kind of nice. I love that last sequence. I think that's a great like final Batman sequence. Oh, NetherRealm Studios worked on this. Cool. Oh, which is why, yeah, of course they did like the Injustice crap together. But yeah, it reminds me of the Killing Joke, right? But kind of like not as good. It's like the essence of that. Without that really cool monologue, they just turned it to like a line for Batman, which is fine. I enjoyed that. I'm trying to think of like other stuff. I think the biggest problem is I just don't have fun with the combo system. I did watch like the Rad Brad because I was running through like a lot of Let's Players. I was trying to like, okay, screw it. I guess if I won't get a face cam, let's just see what other people have. And some of them like the only thing that was nice is that a lot of my frustrations seem to be shared, right? Like, did I not click triangle? Did I not get that counter? It's like, wow, man, I can't hit the guy I want to hit. Rad Brad, on the other hand, the only thing they really showed me, I'm not like insulting them, is that they had an extra weapon. So I assumed that unless they're doing like some new game plus thing. But I assume if you did side quests, I don't know, I'm not sure which ones, you get like upgraded gadgets because they had like a multi blast ice thing, and that would have been cool. I don't think it would have solved the issues, but the fact that you can like have any sort of riot control is kind of nice, right? Like using the freeze to stop one person is actually pretty nice, especially if you hit like a stun gunner or like any of the annoying people. Um, but yeah, a lot of people were just, doing the square triangle thing, spamming their circle, square, 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 which is like, that's cool, but it's just a little bit boring for me. I do like using the gadgets, and that was the most fun, just kind of switching them up and like pretty much doing the same thing, but at least looking like I'm throwing batarangs, using the bat claw, explosives. Explosives suck though. I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't feel. I think it's because it's a two-part thing. It's like a two-part thing, and they make you move. I don't know. Maybe it's just not as fun. Oh, I didn't even use my shocker in a while, right? Yeah, I forgot that was my circle, and then yeah, the blast. So it was just cool switching between those. I wish they had like more function, and just definitely wish I could go through hordes faster. Now, that being said, I did see some other people use like the critical strikes, and that seemed to really speed things up. I don't know. I think it's just the extra pressure of like timing it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm on this dumb line where I don't want to only button mash, but I also definitely don't want to like time everything to like, oh, okay, let's do it right there. And I'm like, I don't know. It feels like I'd be so annoyed because now that I have the option for critical strikes, that's all I'd be playing, and then that'd be my entire focus, right? The timing and the rhythm. And some other people even use those words, like, because I'm not the only person who uses it. Like, that was the whole point. Like, this game had a great rhythm. At least that's what they said. And I don't know. I don't feel that great rhythm. I'm sure it's there when it works. Again, maybe people have like better monitors where I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I have any delay. Like, I'm using like a monitor that my little brother got me, and he's a very like PC gamer. I feel like he wouldn't, screw me over. So I'm pretty sure the monitor is good. I do think it's the game. Obviously, I was getting a lot of slowdown. Like, anytime I zoomed too fast through the sky, a lot of slowdown. I have to assume that with all the people on screen, it was like throwing off that timing. And I just wouldn't be able to click triangle even though I clicked it, right? That, I don't know. I don't want to say that's like, the game's fault. I'm not sure because this is like a remaster. It's not on the original console. I don't know if the original console was any better, but most of the time, like, I know PS3 games are like hard to emulate, kind of, right? No, was that PS2? I think it's PS2. We'll see. I don't care. Okay, I do care, but that really kind of messed up the fighting for that smoothness, and this game is like all built on that smoothness. So with the combat being like really boring and repetitive and kind of just for me, that's like a lot of the game. Stealth sections are a lot better. I don't remember too much of the other one again, but you have a lot of options, right? You got like the vents, you got the gargoyles, and then now that you have all the extra devices, you can do some extra stuff. I don't know if there was anything new with the stealth sections, except for the fact that your character controls a lot better. I think silent takedowns, was that new? If not that, then at least the doubles wall takedowns, right? I don't think you could have like wall, like, just if you're on a thin wall above, boom, you can drop, or like a destructible wall behind and then you can grab them there. I don't know if that was in the first one, but it's very clear they improved and added more options. Again, just a little burnt out. Like, I'm gonna play the third one, fourth one, I guess, if you're not including Origins, because that's the one I've never played. I'm hoping it feels the best. It is the last one, I believe, right, in that franchise. I don't think they're returning because now we're doing a lot of other Batman games, which is cool. I'm not really interested because, again, I am just burnt out on Batman, but I probably will have a lot of the same commentary, right? Because give or take that it's a PS4 improved version of this game, I imagine it's gonna play mostly the same. Maybe it'll feel wonderful. I'm hoping that's the case. If it feels wonderful, then sure, like, yeah, that's the definitive version. But most of the time, I hear this is the definitive version. Though I will say it's much like Yakuza 2, where like Yakuza 2 isn't the best game for some people. It's not the best game, but just because of the pure improvement from the first one, right? When people start to take like that window. Something very similar with Mass Effect 2, but I know that one I hear a lot of people loving that one over 3, no matter what. But I mean, that happens. Sometimes the sequel is just so, it's like the opposite of movies, right? Most of the time, right? It's the opposite of movies. The second one is so good, no one cares about. Like the second one's the highlight, not the third, not the first, but the second. It's kind of like what's going on here. I'm hoping that's not the case, because if I have to play a lackluster third game, I'm gonna be like, ugh. And I assume that one's long, because it's a freaking PS4 game and the length of games just keep on increasing. I know that's just the trend. I know why. It makes sense. Oh my god. My voice just died. But I enjoyed this game somewhat. I didn't hate it. Like, there are some other games I have not enjoyed, and I think it's because of the pure length and torture of those games, and I'm just like getting so burnt out by the one game. That being said, I do think Final Fantasy VII is more fun to play when it works. Right? It's because the system is just more interesting. Like, again, this system has just been so like copied, blueprinted. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like the opposite of Souls-like. Like, I kind of roll my eyes like on the other Souls-like game, even though they look great, of course. They look fun. They have interesting stuff. I just don't want to play a Souls-like. That being said, this system was kind of like, it doesn't have a system, but like the Arkham system, right? The stealth. I'm really just thinking about Spider-Man, but there are some others. I don't know. I don't want to bring out like Assassin's Creed or Sleeping Dogs, but just with how the combat is done, how simplified it is. I will say Sleeping Dogs has a lot of variation using the environment. Assassin's Creed, not too. I don't remember too much of it. I remember a square or triangle ordeal. But I will say triangle's killing there, right? So there's a difference. Ooh, Terra Strong was on here. Excuse me, Nolan North. All right. I mean, they definitely had some names in here. But I think, oh yeah, once I've finished, hit back the menu. I think that'll be it. I don't think I have much to say. The music's great, and I know it's great because I'm getting copyrighted for like all of it. I mean, I'm a little sad. Robin had like nothing. I still never got to meet up with Oracle. Gordon was basically diminished to a cameo. Alfred, I will say he was kind of diminished to what Oracle was, but I do like that we kind of had a challenge. Like he was still like very father-like to us, right? So I enjoyed those aspects. Like all the Batman aspects are here. It's really just the game thing that's like a little bit boring for me. But there is love. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of love. They threw in a lot of stuff that we hadn't seen before. I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to go for this Catwoman thing. It just did not really work. Talia also just kind of got an unceremonious death, but again, she wasn't really in the game. I'm not sure how much like the extra stuff in this game like expands upon characters, which would be kind of too late now because she did. But I don't know. It feels like we just kept on going around to so many people and places. There was no consistency. Like for the first game, Joker is just so present because he's constantly there mocking you. But for here, we traded like 3 villains, right? We had kind of 4 if we're counting like the little penguin, Mr. Freeze, Shindig. Then we got Hugo, and then we got Ra's al Ghul, and then we have the Joker, right? Those are like basically the main villains. I would say none of them really popped, which is kind of sad because I remember the trailers for Hugo Strange, and like that like cinematic trailer was pretty freaking awesome. But I don't know. I don't feel it. I'm trying to think of like, did I like anything with Hugo Strange really? I like the twist. I think it's kind of cool to see like villains working for each other with each other. The thing is, we all know that those never work out. Like they're just so cold towards each other. I'm a little sad that Harley didn't have a little more reaction to the Joker's death. Like I like that, obviously she's like, oh god, but like no pudding, no like crying. I don't know. Poison Ivy, I guess everyone hated her in the last game. We were like, okay, we'll let you know she's here, and then she'll never show up again. Yeah, there was a lot of in and out. Whereas, like, you know what I mean? In the first game, like, you know what I think a big problem is that I didn't go around the city post the chaos. I wouldn't have wanted to, because obviously I wanted to like save them, right? Like logically, let's not enjoy the chaos and just kill the guy, just take down the mastermind. But like, you know how like in Spider-Man, when the chaos hit, you could really feel that change to the area. I don't know. For this one, I didn't feel that as much because I was just dodging everything. So I know that that's probably on me. but that's probably what lessened a lot of impact of other people. It's kind of like like Penguin icing up that place. It's not like I got to see it before the ice, unless I'm supposed to remember it from the first game. So I didn't really feel like, wow, this guy's really changing things up. But like Poison Ivy kind of did that. Like she added in like an entire new enemy type, basically, and then she modified a lot of the areas that we had already visited. I don't think we revisit a lot of areas in here, do we? I guess we went back to like the sewers, Mr. Freeze's place. Um, yeah, I don't know. Everything just has a little bit less impact. I feel like all the room and the size diluted it down a bit. I feel like they were really trying to show off their big crowds, but that seemed to add slowdown and mess up everything. And again, I don't like the combat system as much. But it is very Batman. Like, I think it's a good beginner game. I think it's a good beginner game, give or take the frustrations that may come with the combat. But again, I would recommend the first one. I honestly would. I think it's like less of a like if you love the first one, then hell yeah, play the second one. But I like the first one. I do like the first one. And again, I know I keep on saying it, but it's the Batman thing. I'm just so over Batman. I don't know which other hero I'd play. Like they don't make anymore, right? But I would play any other superhero. You know what? Where's that Wolverine game, man? I forgot that was happening. I would love to play the Wolverine game. Spider-Man 2, obviously I'll get my hands on that sometime. Hopefully it's not, I mean, if it's PS5 exclusive, then it will be a while. Which that's where everything's going. But yeah, just so done with Batman. I'm so done with Joker, all of these villains. I'm actually really sad because I feel like Grundy was the only like real surprise. I was like, whoa, Grundy's in here. Clayface was cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like first of all, I remembered that Clayface was the last boss you fight in here, so kind of takes out the oh shit, I get to fight Clayface. Grundy, completely forgot. I probably didn't even know who Grundy was when I played the game. I was like, who the hell is this? Why is he doing this little speech about his life? Um, but yeah, I am curious because I know the Mad Hatter's in here. I didn't do any of that. I wonder if Scarecrow's in here. I believe the last game had like it's weird. So was the last game foreshadowing just the Titan formula getting out, but not Bane? Is Bane not in here? Bane clearly survived the first game. So I know I missed out on a lot of stuff. I had to have missed out on a lot of stuff. But core campaign wise, it's okay. It was alright. I don't love it. Probably don't like it too much, but it was enjoyable, especially if you're a Batman fan, especially if you dug the systems of the first game. It's all Return. It's just those same good reasons are the reasons why it didn't work for me. Um, Memorable moments. I like Grundy just showing up. Mr. Freeze though, Mr. Freeze was a cool battle. Like I like that it used all the systems of the game, and it just like doubled down. Like okay, if you've killed him this way, you can't kill him like that again. Like it was like a learning system, right? Because he's intelligent. But I do like boss fights that are like, wow, this was very his own thing. And I do wish the Clayface thing was a little bit cooler, but I really just like him transforming into all the stuff in the ball. Like you just it's the same thing as the animation. Like I love that episode. I'm going like way back, but like the Batman animated series, like I clipped his little thing where he's like transforming into like all the other roles and actors because it's just cool to see like wow, someone actually took the time to draw that. It must have been hell, and you get to because he's so free. He's like a Looney Tune character inside a not Looney Tune thing, and so he has a standout animation about him. Kind of wish he did more. I don't know what was up with that second form. That was very boring. I think it's kind of lame. Like I just kept on throwing ice at him. I don't know. I know people don't like quick events. I feel like that we got over quick events at this time, but I liked quick time events. I like them. I think they leave in a lot of opportunity for like a really cool cinematic. Again, cinematics in here, by the way, not quick time events per se, but the cutscenes in here. Ooh, they not smooth. I kind of feel like it fits with like everything else, like how heavy I am, so it's okay. Maybe they were trying to add speed, but I'm assuming it just wasn't functioning properly. But yeah, some like personal quick time events could have been cool. I just think it was just underwhelming. Some of like the finishers, and then some of the other forms. I'm not gonna get over the fact that Rise of Ghoul made me do flight trials. It's so lame. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it comes off as like it comes off as an episode of Batman, but the first one was better. I thought the first one was a lot better. Like I would love to see that movie. This one, it's a game for sure, but the first one came off like an episode slash movie where I was like, dude, why haven't we made this? Like, why haven't we made like Batman just stuck in Arkham? Like that's if we were doing the movies like episodes, that should be one. That would be so awesome. That'd be cool. Um, It'll be dark. Don't let that other guy direct it. He'll take an original take on it where he'll probably bring up that chicken and egg philosophy. Um, yeah, I'm kind of tired of hearing about that one too. The like Batman made the criminals made Batman, yada yada. I'm like, they're both happening. It's fine. They're both happening. Why can't we just accept that? Why do we acknowledge one half of a pattern and then just blame it all on the one half? It's really weird. But let's not get down that road. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I just saw like I think I brought it up. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I think it's very proper. I think it's very proper, but there's just not anything for me to like latch onto. Like I wouldn't. I know who to recommend it to, but I want to keep it. I want to like rewatch it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a very solid show. The way that this is a very solid game, but it means like I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. There's a personal fun factor, personal attachment, like that I just don't have towards this game. I'm gonna finish the third one. I will say, okay. So I wanted to say that the third one I've never played because that's true. I have played through the first two. I did not remember anything like at all. Very clearly, I did not remember anything. So it was basically like a brand new old game, right? So the third game will actually be new. I will know nothing about it except for the fact that I've played the first two games and maybe some story beats, right? It's been a while, so people have either spoiled or I kind of recognize the beats in there. I know your partners get a little more screen time, which makes me happy because I was really sad. I can't believe Robin. Like, how do we get Catwoman but no Robin, right? Ah, it's such a shame. And he showed up for like a second and left. So I'm trying to think of like other things to talk about, but I didn't really dig into the level up system. I will say you level up pretty decently. I'm curious like how maxed out can you get? You can probably max out. It's probably like Yakuza. You can like max yourself out. And I'm wondering, does that really aid you? Again, what comes to mind is that multi-freeze tool that I saw the Radbrad people use. I was like, okay, you know what? That could have been really helpful. Um, but also that makes me wonder. It's like because like is multi battering is that not on battering? Because if it's not, that means it needs its own extra thing. Like how messy does the gadget section get? The same way like your button combinations, like how messy does that get? I really wish there was a toggle to like literally turn it off. Like okay, never mind. Just I don't want to do that, but I wanted to test it out. You know what I mean? Like was it Devil May Cry? Like some Capcom games they'll let you. I don't know if they all let you test out the moves or at least show you exactly what that move does. This one kind of just had pictures, I believe. Um, but literally, if they could just let me post it like on the top right or top right, top right, top right or bottom left, like so I can just like have a quick, a cheat sheet basically. Obviously, the bottom left is taken for gadgets, but shouldn't that be where the shortcuts are? Because like if you're not changing your gadgets, then there's never anything there. So you're probably just gonna be fine with shortcuts. So why can't you just interchange those two? So that way I don't like, because a lot of people seem to have forgotten, and it's just true. The tutorial that they put in front of your face is like not pertinent to your current situation. It's coherent, but it's sometimes not what you're dealing with. Like you're trying to figure out something, and it's still telling you about this blade crap, about the riot shield crap, and you're just like, dude, I'm looking for different information. I will say when the people needed to refer, the move set is there. You know what I mean? It's literally just pause and then highlight. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it, which is nice. That's a good choice. But I think it says something that everyone had. Well, not everyone, but that those few people did have to interrupt their game to go search up something really small that's like you could place that on here. It's not like it's Tekken where there's just so many moves already, or like that these buttons are so fleshed out that yeah, they'd be really weird. And even then, in training mode, you can still do that, right? Like it would like show up on the top of your screen. Um, Yeah, I think some flourishing like that could have been lovely. But that's just extra. The game itself, it's fine. It's just a little boring, repetitive for me. Um, I didn't do much exploration, but I want to say the locations we had were better this time around. Oh yeah, Killer Croc. I just left him alone. What happened to that guy? So that's all I know. That's all I know. There's a lot more to do in the game. I know I shouldn't judge it like too much on the core, but like I'm just not interested in doing all that other stuff. If the campaign was really good and I was like, damn, I want more, you know what I mean? Then of course I'll go chase it, maybe. But I more likely, like I just did the post game to Kirby, though I will say I wasn't doing like hour bursts. I was playing it on the go, so I was more inclined to do like side quests. And they were great. And then post game, I was like, okay, let's keep going, right? But I will say the post game was not as fun. Like it was, I was satisfied. I was satisfied with the campaign. I was like, but since I have it and I'm playing on the go, I was like, might as well. And honestly, it's just trying to keep me from Breath of the Wild. I'm like afraid to go into that game because that thing's gonna take forever. And I'm sure it's great. I never touched it. Sure, it's great. Um, but yeah, now I'm still playing Summon Night. Excuse me, but yeah, I don't know if I can say anything more about this. I want to talk until the credits are over, but they're going for a while. Can I skip? Let me see. All right, I can go back. All right, let me. I'll talk a little bit more. It is definitely very loving to have Conroy. I say it like I'm like his coach or some shit. Kevin Conroy back, and of course Mark Hamill. I will say, it's also kind of like tiresome, and again, for other people, it's like they probably haven't heard it in a while, maybe. But like I literally just went through Batman TAS, whatever you want to call it, and Batman Beyond. I've been hearing a lot of Kevin Conroy. Okay, I believe that. Yeah, you know, like I'm already used to it. And I just watched Return of the Joker a while ago. What else was Mask of Phantasm also them? I just saw that. Like I actually saw that for like the first time in full recently. You know what I mean? Like I'm just done with Batman, guys. So that really did hurt this. And now I'm gonna watch the third one, play the third one. I apologize if my enthusiasm just diminishes even more. I know I should leave some room, but I also know if I don't do it now, I ain't ever coming back. I know that to be true. I will say again, it's a PS4 game. I am very curious because I know this is like later in the PS3 cycle. I believe it's still PS3. But I wonder, like, what the hell do they do for PS4? Because you have to understand, I got my PS4 like years after it came out. I was still rocking like PS2 and PS3 because you know PS2 games when they were still selling at a GameStop, super cheap, guys. Like holy shit, I got like a lot of the games I fucking love. Sorry, but I did. I got a lot of them that I love for like nothing. I got like Beautiful Joe, Devil May Cry 1 and 3. Like all these games, I was like, I know that I like these games. I've emulated them a little bit. I got Kingdom Hearts. I don't even like Kingdom Hearts, but I was like, hell yeah, I'll get Kingdom Hearts. They were just so cheap. They were like $5 and below, man. And those games, PS2, man, that's still PS2 and Nintendo DS. That's if you want to gauge how old I am. Those are my favorites right there. And then the indie scene is just, I love it. Like that's making me live still for gaming. The hell was I going on for this? Yeah. So I still underestimate the PS4, right? Like obviously I've been seeing like some of the PS5 game release trailers. I'm like, wow, man, games look absolutely insane. And then Last of Us 2 really threw me because I know Naughty Dog always does that. Like they look great on their consoles, but I was like, wow, right? Games look like this now. They look absolutely amazing. Because yeah, I've been gaming PS2 and PS3. It's like the anime thing. So I went through like an anime binge. And this is what I was doing. Like I don't know if I was talking about this before, but this is what I was doing over that no gaming time, right? I went through like every anime that I have ever wanted to finish on under like 30 episodes, let's say, right? That like I saw during my childhood. There was a lot of ecchi because you know you would just catch clips of ecchi, but I finished them and I was like, okay, they suck, but they're turn-ons here and there and they're funny. But anyways, like I've been so I was watching a bunch of 90s and 2000s, right? Let's say like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Trigun, Gungrave, like really like not old, but definitely like older. And then my brother is like showing me stuff that's like today. Like he was showing me like that new Demon Slayer season 2. I'm okay with Demon Slayer. What's the other one? Like it's like the Bakanagatori crap, Mana Nagatori, all that stuff. He showed me something from there, and I was like, damn, man. Right. Like this stuff looks absolutely insane. Oh, excuse me. Nah, that's unimportant. Okay, but yeah, like so, just like in visual fidelity and like stuff that you can do, I am more attuned to like classic clunkier stuff, limited things. You know what I mean? Um, what is I guess being considered a retro more and more. Even though I do love retro-ish games. Like I just did it was really annoying. I used a lot of save states. Double Dragon. Yeah, I just finished Double Dragon a while ago. Um, it was fun. It was actually fun. I was kind of getting into beat 'em ups, but I would like to play them with the buddy, because they're a little bit boring in terms of like they're entertaining. They're still fun, but they're limited in like how you can approach things. But they would be more fun, right? If you got a buddy. Okay, is that the end of my credits? Let's see this menu. All right. Take on the story mode again, but this time armed with every gadget and upgrade you have already collected. However, you're going to need them as this is the ultimate challenge with no counter icons. Is the game playable without counter icons? Tough new enemy configurations and faster, better armed enemies from the start. Dude, the no counter icons scares the crap out of me. A separate mode accessed from the main menu and does not affect the progress of your original game, upgrades, gadgets, and Riddler trophies. What? And does not affect. Oh, that's a period over there. Okay, my bad. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. Not even a little bit. All right, just go back to menu. Maybe I should have kept on that because then the music is going to play, right? Is it just restarting me? What's happening here? Yeah, I'll probably have to split this into two. Oh. What? Is this how the game started? I'm confused. Is this a post part or is this how the game started? Okay, let's do this real quick. All right, I'm really thrown off right now. Ooh, God. Oh, right, I had to click X. I was like, where did I go? How far am I? All right, is this the DLC? Like, they just dropped me in the DLC? I'm not interested in playing this. I'm done playing this game. I have to go play its older brother. I guess younger brother. Alright, I know this is where I live, right, with the cat. It is a shame we couldn't see her apartment. Oh, the cat's not even here anymore. Alright, this is definitely not how the game started. What just happened? Aw. That's it. That's how I'm gonna end my game. I like killed Catwoman. Are we gonna do this 9 life stuff?
Is she dead? Hang on. She's waking up. Damn it. What are we gonna do?
Alright. I'm assuming I don't know what this is. Hold up. I'm gonna search this up real quick. Let's see. Batman Arkham City post game. It just goes into DLC. Is that what we're doing? It says epilogue. Yeah, do I want to do the epilogue? I don't know, guys. The thing is, it's actually like pertinent. But that ending is so clean. I don't know. I don't think I want to do the epilogue. I liked that ending. I think that ending's solid. I'm just gonna stop it there. Let's see. I'm not sure how long I've ranted for, so I'll just wrap it up. the heck was I going on before the Catwoman thing threw me off? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that new game plus. No counter icons? I don't know, man. That seems scary. I like it. It's okay. But I am very curious to see what the next one does because this one is just a cleaned up version of the first game, a larger one, and I think the larger aspect kind of hurts me. The third one is gonna be even larger. That's also gonna hurt me, but maybe it'll look amazing. I know I get the Batmobile in there. Maybe that'll speed up this flying crap. Maybe it'll be better optimized. Maybe the combat will feel nice. Maybe there'll be a lot more options, the gadgets, everything. Maybe everything's just cleaned up. You know what I mean? Maybe everything's just cleaned up. If that's the case, definitely looking forward to it in a very limited scope. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, well that was Batman. I'm sorry, I'm just not interested in playing the epilogue. That was a great ending. It was a great ending. I carried Joker's ass out of that building. We had our last exchange. Very killing joke. I've said all this. It was great. And now I'm just playing Catwoman. I don't know. Okay, if I watch someone else play a bit and I'm like, okay, it's kind of interesting, but it's Catwoman post what I just did. I don't know. I assume this is DLC. It could be epilogue. That's what it's being called, epilogue. But is that like DLC I've got? Like, whatever. That's it. Ta ta.